Okay, so this is going to be video 6 for Justin P. So the first thing I'll go over is the text display here and all the things that are going into that. So the first part that I should talk about is the text demo CPP, which is really just the HUD CPP. I just was dumb and never renamed it. So that's this. So in the default constructor, basically what it's going to do is draw the initials of the high score players, also the 2016 Piantadosi trademark text on the screen. Also sets all the positions for them and then draws them on the screen here. That's many lines, but gets through it. So here in the draw function, it'll actually do the same. It's just that this can be used later after the attractor mode has been deleted. Same for the update text here. This will update the player score. That's what this is used for here with the regular symbols. The key pressed button here is for when you switch from the attractor mode into the actual player mode. It goes ahead and deletes all of the text on the screen. Draw text again function is used for switching from player mode back into attractor mode. So it will draw the names of all the initials of all the high scores, and then the actual scores on as well. That's this part here. So that's pretty. I'm sorry. This is the drawing of the initials. That was just setting it up earlier back there, and this is actually drawing the scores themselves with the iterators. So that's the general scores. Then the high score text is this is also a part of the HUD. It's specifically for the high score that's updated in the middle of the screen at the top. So here in the update function, it's checking to see if the player 1 score is higher than the current high score, and if it is, it'll set it. Here it'll call back the wave manager. It will set the high score and use the new score from the player. So that's pretty simple. That's all that's really doing. And then of course it'll draw it once it does that. But it only goes ahead and draws the new high score if the player's score went over the high score. So it's just one if check in the update, which is kind of okay, I guess. So next I should go through the flyweight pattern with all the different things that are going on in there. So I should use the base class first. So first off is the glyph, which is pretty simple. It's taking in the sprite sheet, a cell index, and a position. And then just with the default constructor, setting it to 0. With the specialized constructor, setting them and drawing. So that's really all there is for the glyph. For the sprite sheet, this is where more of the stuff happens. So first of all, it will get the dimensions of the sprite sheet, chop them up properly, and determine the size of each one of the cells, and then of course return the glyph with the position of it using the glyph. Also with the draw function, it'll obviously just draw the sprites themselves. Next up is the awesome font, which is used to figure out which part of the sprite sheet is going to be used, using the cell index here. Pretty straightforward using the if else, figuring out which character it is, and then returning it using the cell index. So that's that. And I do believe we just went through this. Yes. Also the key fonts, selecting which symbol it's going to use. But before it does that, obviously needs to convert it to a lowercase. Just for simplicity's sake. So that's that with the flyweight pattern. And I do believe there was no player profile. The HUD and score manager I can go over. Well, actually we just did the HUD manager, but the score, I went through this in one of the earlier videos, but the score manager is set up as a singleton, and it's got the points for each thing that's destroyed, and functions that other classes can call that will increment the scores depending on which object they'd like to destroy, like a flea or a mushroom, and it will update the score accordingly. So that's that in this video. It was a shorter one for this, but that's all. Thanks.